Okay, I'm just going to explain how we can use the timesheets within Sonia to manage our supervisors' claims. Okay, so our supervisors, who are our sessionals who visit our students while on professional experience, have access to Sonia online. So they log in, School of Education Fremantle, they place in their username and password, and they come to the home page. In order to claim for some visits, go to Forms. Okay, and now they're going to select a timesheet and add it to their Forms screen. Okay, in order to fill in this timesheet, they would go to the Edit button and would start to fill this in. So let's suppose that they're going to submit this one today, and they're going to fill in for various claims for various students at different times. I'll just fill in a couple just to show you what I mean. Okay, and I'll do one more. Okay, so the supervisor fills in the timesheet. Okay, we've claimed for 8 hours in this particular place. They're going to scroll down and they're going to go Save Draft. Once the supervisor has saved the draft, just going to put this up a little bit, you'll see that the hours are automatically added up on the timesheet, and the total amount is calculated automatically. Okay, the supervisor then can add to that. For instance, I might add another visit in. I forgot about that extra visit on the 13th, and that was to Sarah, and it was for another 2 hours, and it was at Preston Primary. Okay, so that's adding there 3, 6, and 8. I'm now adding another 2 hours. I'm going to take the total to 10, so I'm saving it again, and it's adjusted up to 10 hours. I've now got the total amount $450. Okay, and at this particular point I've reached the cut-off date, so I want to submit that to the university. So the form has now been signed and submitted, which means you can no longer, the supervisor can no longer edit it. So the supervisor has filled in their form. And now we go back to the Sonia client view, and I'm going to show you what we need to do with that form in order to get the relevant approvals on it. So I've gone to Forms in Sonia and I've picked the supervisor timesheet. Okay, and I've gone to Respondents. Okay, now this particular form was filled in by an impersonated version of myself. Now where is it? Oh, hang on, I've got a filter in here. Let's take that filter out. Clear filter. Okay, so where is the one I've just done? It's probably at the bottom. Okay, so I'm thinking it might be this one. Let's have a look. So that's okay, so this particular form is the correct one. It's been signed by one person, which is me pretending to be a supervisor filling it in. So now I need to go to Edit as Office of Professional Practice. Okay, so I'm going to come in, I'm going to look at that timesheet. I'm going to be happy that the hours and the students in the school are all good, and I'm then going to sign it. Professional Experience Office, sign and approve. Okay, so that form now has 2 signatures on it. The first one is the supervisor. I know that's my name, but that's because I was pretending to be a supervisor. The second one is my name as well, because I'm actioning it on behalf of the Professional Practice Office. Okay, so if I go back to the supervisor timesheet form screen and refresh and save, now if I look at that form again, I should be able to see that form now has been actioned twice. 2 out of 3 signatures on there, the supervisor and the Professional Practice Office. Now the third signature we need on there is the Dean. So I would type in the Dean or whoever is acting in that position. For the purposes of today, I'm just putting my own email address in because I don't actually want to email the Dean right now. This is a notification which is just set up in the back end of Sonia. I've just typed in Michael's name to make it a bit more personal. Okay, so I'm going to go OK, I'm going to go save. So hopefully now the Dean, in which case me impersonating the Dean, has just been sent an email. I'll bring it across onto this screen. Here we go, here's the email. Hi Michael, please use the link below to view and approve a School of Education Supervisor timesheet. Again, you can change that. All he has to do is click on that hyperlink. He views the form. He sees the name of the supervisor who's filled it in. He sees it's been approved by the prac office, and then he simply approves it himself by clicking on that. Clearly that can be done from any computer, mobile phone or laptop, anywhere. So that form has now 3 signatures on it, all the relevant number of signatures. So I'm going to go back into the back end of Sonia, save it, and I will find that form for me. So it was I think it was this form here. At the date, the 17th today, you can see this particular form has 3 out of 3 signatures. Okay, in this column external here, typically the email address written in all of those would be the Dean's email, but clearly if I put his email address in it, I'm not going to be able to see what he gets, so I'll put my own in for the purposes of this video. Okay, so when forms have 3 signatures on, they need to go to finance. So I'm going to grab all the forms that have 3 on. Okay, so I've filtered all these forms have 3 signatures on, so I'm actually going to grab them all. Okay, and I need to send this information now to finance. Now I've been advised that they would like to see the forms, so they would like a PDF of those forms, so I'm just going to export that. Okay, so that PDF there that I've created for finance, you can see it has it's got all 9 forms on there. And you can see this is the one that I just filled in now. If they scroll down, they would be able to see the 3 signatures on there. Of course, the final one there would in fact be the Dean's. It would have his email address on. I obviously can't get that on there unless it's actually gone to his email. The other forms are probably just muck around ones that I've been playing with, so they've just got a load of gobbledygook in. But anyway, all of those PDFs are there, and I'm actually going to save those so that I can send them to finance. So I'm going to save them in a new folder, and I'm going to call that finance for the moment. I'm going to open that, and I'm going to call this timesheets. Okay, so I'm going to save that group of forms. Now another thing I'm going to do is as well as sending finance the PDFs of all of the forms that the supervisors have filled in, I'm also going to send them a nice summary, okay, in Excel. So I'm going to have the name of the supervisor, the date it was submitted, and I'm also going to have for them the total hours, total amount, and I'm going to have the Dean's signature there. So I'm just going to export that. And it should come through as an Excel. Here it comes. Let's open it up. Okay, so here I have the names of the supervisors in the left-hand row, the date of submission, the total amount, the hours, and this would be the Dean's signature, which obviously on the real ones would actually have his real email address and be able to see the date there. So I'm actually going to save this one, save as. I'm going to save it where I saved those other ones, I think. Where did I save that financy stuff? Yeah, somewhere. Oh, here we go. Just created something called finance. There we go. Okay, so this is going to be timesheets. I'll just use date format. Okay, so now I've saved the Excel and I've saved the PDF. So now I'm going to go to my email. I'll bring that across, mail, and I'm going to send an email to finance. I'll use my prac office email if I can show you this particular one. So I go to my finance and I'm going to select these 2 documents. Whoopsie, sorry about the spelling. Okay, and these would be name something like that, or something we can agree on, and I'll have some nice pleasantries there, and I would send those. Okay, so then what I'll need to do is go into that inbox. And here we go. Here's the oopsie, too many screens open. So here's the email. Okay, so this is the email that will go to finance. I'd have some nice pleasantries in here, and I've got the PDF, spelt wrong, sorry, and the Excel spreadsheet with all that information on, and this would go to finance and would go to the SAOs within the schools, so that they could have a weekly update, so we could easily send these through on a weekly basis. Okay, thanks for listening.